Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EA&Weather here with your Day 1 Fire Weather Outlook. First up, you're going to hear the online weather radio in the background because I'm trying to catch alerts today from the online weather radio due to a major severe weather outbreak for the Midwest. So, in the event that an alert is issued, I'll have to stop and get, if an alert is issued in this video, then I'm going to have to stop and record that alert. Okay, so anyway, here's the fire weather risk for today. We have an extreme fire weather area today that encompasses northwestern Texas, the Texas Panhandle, far northeastern New Mexico, the Oklahoma Panhandle, southwestern Kansas, and southeastern Colorado. Cities in the extreme fire weather area today include Amarillo, Texas, Plainview, Texas, Liberal, Kansas, Pampa, Texas, and Hereford, Texas. There is a critical fire weather area today that encompasses much of New Mexico, parts of Texas, far western Oklahoma, parts of Colorado, and parts of Kansas. Cities in the critical fire weather area today include Amarillo, Texas, the cities in the critical fire weather risk today include El Paso, Texas, Lubbock, Texas, Las Cruces, New Mexico, Roswell, New Mexico, and Alamogordo, New Mexico. And there are two elevated fire weather risk areas today that encompasses one covering parts of Texas, a little bit of Oklahoma, a little bit of Kansas, a little bit of Colorado, western half of New Mexico, and southeastern Arizona. Alright. Another elevated fire risk today covers parts of California. So, synopsis: dangerous fire weather conditions expected across parts of the southern high plains. Southwest into the southern high plains, a pronounced mid-level trough will eject over the plains, resulting in surface cyclone deepening over southwest Kansas, which will promote widespread, dangerously dry and windy conditions across parts of the southwest into the southern high plains today. A dry line will sharpen across southwestern Kansas into far western Oklahoma and northwest Texas by afternoon, with a very dry boundary layer mixing up to 500 millibar in the post-dry line environment. Given strong downward mixing, as well as surface gradient flow with the deepening cyclone, widespread 20-30 mile per hour sustained west-southwesterly surface winds overlapping with 5 to 15% relative humidity is expected. These conditions are likely for several hours across much of New Mexico to southwest Kansas and points in between, necessitating the maintenance of critical highlights. Extremely critical highlights remain in place where confidence is highest in sustained surface winds exceeding 30 miles per hour and mid-single-digit relative humidity, and where the ERCs of fuel-loaded grasses exceed the 95th percentile. Guidance consensus suggests that this volatile overlap of favorable meteorological conditions and fuels will occur over extreme eastern New Mexico into the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles. And southwest Kansas, immediately behind the dry line. The combination of the very strong surface winds and relative humidity, critically dry fuels, and exacerbation of potential holdover fires will all support wildfire spread at a life-threateningly fast pace. The danger to the fire spread may be compounded later in the evening and early overnight hours, when the surface cold front sweeps into the region, resulting in a dramatic shift of the surface winds from westerly to northerly, pivoting any ongoing fire fronts accordingly. Sacramento Valley into California. A mid-level north-northwesterly wind maximum will overspread Northern California during the afternoon hours, when a dry boundary layer is poised to mix up to the 700 to 500 millibar layer. Such conditions will encourage enough downward mixing in tandem with downslope flow to support elevated wildfire spread conditions in the Sacramento Valley this afternoon. Sustained northerly surface winds in its 15 to 20 mile per hour range, coinciding with 15 to 20% relative humidity, will overlap with respective fuels for at least a few hours, warranting fire weather highlights. So, that's your Day 1 Fire Weather Outlook. Stay safe and vigilant in these areas today. If I were you, I would gather supplies immediately, such as food, water, clothing, toiletries, medical supplies, a flashlight, a cell phone, phone chargers, extra batteries, and a battery power radio in the event that you need to evacuate on a moment's notice, because fires can start to spread quickly. Please avoid outdoor burning in these areas today. Please avoid outdoor burning in these areas today. Alright? Because all it takes is one little spark for a fire to start to spread quickly. Especially in the extreme area. Especially in the extreme, because this is a very serious level. And the highest level of wildfire threat on the scale. So, you really need to... So, even in the elevated and the critical, you need to avoid outdoor burning. But especially in the extremely critical, extreme highlights, given this is the highest level on the scale. So, any fire that starts will spread quickly and destroy nearby areas. Alright? It will spread quickly and destroy parts of the environment. Not kidding. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground. Do not throw cigarettes on the ground, even if they're not lit. Because one, that's littering, which is illegal and can significantly harm the environment, especially in the extreme risk. And you could face legal trouble if you get caught littering. Right? And also, like I said, fire can start to spread quickly, especially in the extreme area. And make sure your cigarette is fully out before you throw it away. So, anyway, stay safe today in these affected areas, and remain vigilant. And be prepared to evacuate on a moment's notice. And I will see you in the next video. Meanwhile, stay safe.